Quez got some backup. Yeah, Quez, they been talking about you, man. It was like, man, y'all wrong. It was like you and TP wrong for jumping, bro. Like that, he ain't know what to say.
TP ain't shit, boy. He ain't shit. He just going in. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. Do we record this in OBS or?
No, I'm recording I'm recording right now.
All right.
Okay, that was. Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing out there today? Welcome to Attack on Sports, Philadelphia Eagles edition. I'm your host, Digging and Thinking Podcast, Dennis Holmes. I have my fellas here with me today. Show everybody. Yes, we got DeMarcus in the building. What's going on, DeMarcus?
What's up, baby? How you doing, Big Daddy?
I'm feeling good.
Good, man.
I'm feeling good. We got Quez in the house. We got to announce all the Eagles fans first. What up, Quez?
Damn right.
Right. Then we got Ray here. Ray's podcast. My guy Ray. Hating ass Ray.
Oh my God.
Then we also got Attack on Sports himself. Attack on Cowboys Clinton. Hating ass Clinton.
Wait, hey, bro. Hey, man, this intros is so disrespectful, bro.
Hate. But I love these guys, though. This hate. Clint, go ahead and ask your questions. Come on, because you got them. Come on.
I'm just about to throw this to you guys. I'm just here to make sure that you guys are being real with yourselves. Are y'all panicking yet?
No.
Are y'all panicking yet? Y'all ain't worried about half of y'all offensive line retiring. Y'all ain't worried about one of the guys on the O-line that's still a damn good, that was a good player, Mailata. He had kind of a down year this past season a little bit. And then now the guy that was responsible for building him up into who he is gone now. Y'all ain't concerned about him having to step back. Y'all ain't concerned about the dysfunction that y'all coaching staff have together because Vic Fangio wanted to leave and then Jeff Stoutland actually did leave. I'm just...
Hey, tag me in real quick. Tag me in. Tag. To quote a great Philly song, although y'all have come to the end of the road, it is the end of the road for the Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody about to jump ship. Everybody about to abandon. Everybody about to abort, escape. It's about to be a wrap for y'all in the NFC, so possibly.
Only the Eagles can lose in the wild card round after making the bowl and winning, and it's over. That only happens to Eagles. That's it.
What you mean? I'm so glad that at least one Eagles fan is being realistic in here, though. It sounds like we're going to have one realistic Eagles fan. Go ahead, Mr. DeMarcus. You got something you need to say.
You know what? Here's the thing. You know, as I sit here and I really ruminate on it and cogitate on it, I'm glad you said what you said, right? Because I want you to inculcate and encapsulate this Cowboys fan. We basically taken
Hold on, let me go get my dictionary.
America's team from you. We are America's team because we have all the ingredients for the drama. We have all the ingredients of winning. We have all the ingredients of everything that you guys once were in the 1990s. So therefore, when the season starts again, who's going to be more evoking? Who's going to be more thought-provoking? Everyone's going to be like, what's going on with Philadelphia? Hence, that's why you Cowboy fans are talking about us. We're not talking about you guys because it ain't much to talk about. It ain't been much to talk about. I mean, at the end, when you look at it from an aviation point of view, we all know this. Change is inevitable, right? Would you agree?
It is.
And at the end, when you really look at it from a microscope, you guys are going to be, in the league itself, is going to be in so much trouble because now we're basically an enigma to everybody. You guys once saw us as this, and what we've done these last 4 years? Been in 2 Super Bowls. Won one, lost one. Ended the dynasty in Kansas City with a prehistoric offense. Now you're talking about us getting ready to be revamped and be something completely different. It's like, shit, man. It's like going into the lab and coming out like Victor Wembanyama now, dog. We completely gonna be a different beast and a different animal when you get a hold of us this upcoming year, bro. So everybody should be really upset and scared because what we about to do to the league is about to be real scary. It's gonna be scary hours for the NFL, bro. Dead ass serious. It's gonna be scary hours.
You just said something about, no one thinks about the Cowboys, right?
No one.
Quez don't agree. Quez does not agree.
This media run.
No one.
Okay, well, this media run for the Super Bowl, a lot of the press has been about the Cowboys. If you look, all the media are talking about George Pickens' contract, They're talking about, oh, CeeDee Lamb, are you gonna take less money? Or are you gonna do this? It's all been about the Cowboys. I've heard less about the actual Super Bowl than I have
About the
anything.
Cowboys.
More about the Cowboys than anything. And then you said you got to hold on. Let me.
We're big news
I'll
this
let
week,
you finish
okay?
in a
Not
second.
y'all.
Ray said that'd be good.
We're the big
Hold on,
news this
I'll
week,
let you
all right?
finish in a
For
second.
one
right here.
time,
No,
we
no.
out media y'all this week, all
Hold
right?
on 1 second.
Y'all got something else. We out media y'all this time.
But also too, he said y'all gonna revitalize your offense. Your offense
Revamp,
is in
yeah.
question marks. You may not even have a receiver next year. Your star receiver may be out of there, get traded out of there too.
Okay.
You guys, nobody wanted that offensive coordinator job for the
Okay.
Eagles.
Mhm.
How many people like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm about that. We about that. Your
They
offensive
said the
line
same
coach
thing about Andy
just
Reid.
escaped.
They said the same thing about Andy Reid. They said the same thing about Nick Sirianni. Now, I have my transgressions about Nick Sirianni, but no one knew about Nick Sirianni before we got him. No one knew about Andy Reid before we got him. No one knew about a lot of things before you get them, bro. See, the thing is that knowledge is the precursor to experience. The one thing we got that the Dallas Cowboys don't got is we got the best general manager in the National Football League. That's number one. The one thing that we got that you guys don't have is that we have an owner that's really going to spend money because he prints his own money out of his pocket. We got one thing that we got that you don't got. We got 21 draft picks over the next 2 years. So you do the math. When you put all those ingredients together, and with the fact that now we're going to be picking every single time, bro, it ain't even a comparison. Now, I ain't got nothing against you Cowboy fans because there really ain't nothing to be talked about. Because, again, we've dominated the NFC East for the last 3 or 4 years. We've been to 3 Super Bowls in 8 years. You guys haven't won anything in 32 years.
This ain't even about us. See, y'all supposed to be talking about y'all issues and you deflecting, trying to talk about us.
How am I deflecting?
Because y'all supposed to be talking about y'all issues.
Well, I'll tell you about the issue then, all right? Here's the issue. It does seem a little bit nerve-wracking when you hear Landon may retire.
Right.
And then you hear, that Lane Johnson could retire. But it's all about what could happen. If your aunt has something,
feedback. Oh, okay.
she'd be your uncle.
I'm going to have to mute it while you talk until he start talking.
That's all I'm going to let you know. If your aunt has something, she'll be your uncle. So I'm not going on ifs. But us losing Jeff Stoutland, I'm really going to agree with you. That's a big loss. That's a big loss. That's a cultural big loss. But at the end of the day, we're just going to have to make it work. I mean, our old line is getting
I
old.
got to ask my man's here, how he just going to shrug Jeff Stoutland off? I can't wait to hear Quez.
I'll answer your question, my man. I mean, that's a profound question. And Dennis, I'm with you, baby. What's up, Big Dan? What's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'll answer that question for you. Sometimes you have to look at it and say, you know what, man? Some people, the game has passed them by. Like Jeff Stoutland is arguably one of the greatest coaches of his era. But this past season, because we're basing it off this season, Jordan Mailata wasn't at his best. Cam Jurgen, now we had injuries. But my thing is, if you are this O-line whisperer that we all have proclaimed you to be, that your resume says, then you should have known, Landon, that knee and that ankle ain't good, big dog. We got to sit you down for about 5 or 6 weeks, bro. Hey, Cam Jurgens, you just had fucking back surgery, my boy. You can't be playing right now, guy. We're going to sit you down for a couple weeks. Lane, you've been all right, but you got hurt later on. And we all saw what Steen was. We saw what Steen was. Steen was not no Mekhi Becton. So in the end, if Jeff Stoutland is what we say he was, then those other guys that we drafted in the 4th round, the 5th round, even that little short lineman that we got from the Chargers, from North Carolina, then those guys could have been stepping in and making amends for what we didn't have. Saquon Barkley went from 2,000 yards rushing to barely getting to the line of scrimmage on numerous occasions, bro. You don't do that. Fred Johnson was the savior in my book because Fred was arguably one of the most consistent ones we had. So if Jeff Stoutland, again, I appreciate what Jeff Stoutland has done for the Eagles organization. He will be in an Eagles Hall of Fame, but we need new. And when you're comfortable, like we've been comfortable because we've been winning, keyword winning, Dallas, is that when you get comfortable, you get complacent. And sometimes new voices, new eyes, new ideas, new ideologies can come in and light a fire in your fucking ass because nobody is safe. Because at the end of this season, no matter what happens, if Nick Sirianni fails, if he fails, Nick Sirianni is gone, and there ain't but one person that we gonna get, and that's Mike Tomlin, and we gonna move forward with that. That's all I got to say
Man,
about
Mike
that.
Tomlin is
I
kind of
don't know
handling his
about that
marital
Mike Tomlin
affairs.
part.
So
I
a
don't
couple-
know. They ain't
a
been a
couple
black
of
coach
things.
in Philadelphia since Ray Rhodes. I don't know about all that.
Hey, look, Mike Tomlin is he's from Philly. He's from Philadelphia. Mike Tomlin is the leader of men. Because Nick Sirianni, if I'm gonna be transparent, if I'm gonna be objective instead of subjective, which is a passion about my team, Nick Sirianni is the problem right now. Nick Sirianni is the biggest problem because he doesn't have a specialized trait.
Mm-hmm.
And our
I
offense
said,
has
hold on. Hey,
Y'all said that.
did not ask. Okay, I was about to say ignorant. I literally asked you that one of our shows.
I still don't believe that, but you said it.
I literally said that. I asked you. I was like, ignorant. What does Nick Sirianni
Well,
do?
you just ignorant. You really gotta sit back and ask yourself, if Nick Sirianni is not controlling the offense, if he's not making the offensive play calls, if he has nothing to do with the defense, if he has nothing to do with the special teams, what does he add to this team?
He's coaching.
What coaching?
He's coaching the leader of men. He's getting it right.
Okay, so you say leader of men, right? Well, Jeff Stoutland is known to be the culture guy in the locker room.
Ooh.
Players feed off of what Stoutland was preaching.
Oof.
He's gone now.
Oof.
That means it's all on Sirianni.
I mean, we're gonna see what Sirianni really is. And I like
I
him
don't
when his
even
back
think
against
I
the
don't even
wall.
think a playoff berth would save him. If we're out in the first round again next
I'll tell
season,
y'all one thing.
Sirianni is gone, bro.
I'll tell y'all one thing. If he go back and win the Super Bowl this year, I know all that fire Sirianni shit got to go out the window. Because I don't know no bad coach that been to 3 Super Bowls.
Until
I
this
don't know
cycle
not one.
until this cycle repeats itself again.
I'm gonna tell you again. I don't know a bad coach that been to 3 Super Bowls.
Okay, hold on. Which one is it? Do you have the best GM in the league, or is it, or y'all get to Super Bowl because of Sirianni? Which one is it? It can't be both.
It might be a combination of all 3. You know, it may be the coach, the GM, and the quarterback. Because I know you like to hate on him. And the quarterback.
And then
How about
I hear
myself?
you when you talk about, wanting fresh mindsets, new ideas. But sometimes if you got a staple on your team and your organization, they have to stay there. The Spurs weren't about to get rid of Greg Popovich all the way. He's still a Spur.
But look how Greg Popovich is now. Sometimes the game passes you by.
Man, hold on. We can't say the game passed Jeff Stoutland by. He just had a 2,000-yard rusher 1 calendar year ago.
Like, can he get a year where his guys get to rehab, get their bodies right, get healthy, and go at it again?
You're right.
I'm not saying that Jeff Stoutland is not still capable of being a great coach. But what I am saying is, when there's an overhaul like that, when the offense has been prehistoric, let's be clear on something. That 2,000-yard season, bro, that was something that was immaculate that Saquon Barkley would never be able to duplicate. Saquon Barkley looked like he was running uphill all fucking season long, bro. Yeah. At the end, when you are a offensive line coach and your specialty, again, back to Nick Sirianni, specialized trait is to mold offensive linemen like the Lane Johnsons and everything else and the Jason Kelce's. Well, you already know Cam was hurt. You already know Landon was hurt. We saw Landon get hurt in practice. So my thing is that where's these other guys that's been developed to come in and take the place until these other guys who are all pros are back healthy? Jeff Stoutland did not do that.
Oh.
I am not an advocate.
How bad do y'all think y'all offensive line was last season?
It was built
pretty
together.
bad.
Y'all offensive line was literally, like, as far as any of the statistical things you look at, it was literally middle of the league in damn near every category.
I don't understand how
we
Cam
usually
Jurgens
top
got
5.
selected for the Pro Bowl. Like
I'm with you, Dan.
And we're usually top 5. That's the thing.
Cam Jurgens was getting beat
Every
constantly.
The last time we were outside the top 5, I think was that 2020 season.
Exactly.
That's back when Jason Peters was getting his ass whooped.
But what were we dealing with that year?
Injuries.
Injuries. That's what I said.
Injuries.
But it's see the thing.
So
about
that's why
us
Jeff
is,
Stoutland's
and
a
I'm
huge
gonna
loss
say
because
this
he's
again.
productive.
The thing about us is, I think that we are the San Antonio Spurs of the NFL. We won't win a back-to-back. We won't win a back-to-back, but we will continuously be in Dan's conversation.
Nigga, y'all are the Boston Celtics that year, that time they won 2.
Hey,
I mean, that time they went to the championship a couple times.
we gonna win at least 2 or 3 more Super Bowls before this decade is over with. You can book it. You can book it. Book it. We gonna win at least 2 more this decade. We'll have 4 in that trophy case before Dallas ever sniff an NFC Championship game again. Book it. Book it. Book it.
Book up.
Book it.
I like the way he talking.
Book
your shit.
Book it.
I like that shit.
Shit, I'm saying it with my chest. I'm saying it vociferously because at the end, baby, you got to understand one thing. Consistency. Dennis hit it on the head. San Antonio, during that LeBron era, was always consistently in it. Even though they lost a couple times, they went back and won it again, right? That's going to be us. That's us. Because there's no team in the NFC really that's really built to beat us. Everyone wanted the Rams to go see us. Every time the Rams see us, what we do to them?
It's the Eagles show. It's the Eagles show, Ray. I'm gonna let the Eagles Kool-Aid
We talk
fly.
about
what we do to them?
I'm gonna let the Eagles Kool-Aid fly. It's the Eagles show.
The only team that we struggle with
right?
in the NFC East, the only team that we ever really struggle with in the NFC, that's our kryptonite. That's our kryptonite is the San Francisco 49ers.
Nigga, y'all can't beat us. What you mean? What you mean? We got a winning record against y'all. A well over a winning record.
Marcus, I think it's Tampa Bay. I know we looked good the last couple times we played Tampa Bay. But
Oh Lord.
I think it's Tampa Bay.
We went down.
I would say
exercised that
Niners.
demon. We went down to Tampa Bay and got them this past year.
And we were finally healthy when we played them. Nobody likes to mention in that wild card game, where was AJ Brown?
Oh shit! We can't see the regular season.
Where was AJ and Devontae?
That's even the conversation now.
This is the first time in a while that they played us fully healthy and we beat them. I
Yeah,
don't think they were ever the kryptonite. It's the Niners.
the Niners, bro. The Niners are the one team that no matter when we play them, they always seem to get us every single time. And we got some
Clint, what you dad say?
form. But
Jalen Hurts, boo boo kid.
Even with the Niners being our kryptonite, it's a fireable offense that you lost to that specific Niners team. No George Kittle.
Okay, so question. Let's bring it back to current day because Eagles fans love just. Yeah, I know y'all love waxing. Y'all love waxing poetic about y'all Super Bowl year. I get it.
Let me say this right here.
Because it's
I'm
current.
not with the firing Nick Sirianni. I'm
Okay.
not with it. They are. I'm just not with it.
So before you get there, I want to ask y'all, what do y'all do?
Season.
What do y'all do with your offensive line? Like seriously, so we can wrap up this Jeff Stoutland topic. Serious question. Y'all offensive line. You're losing 2 Pro Bowl / All-Pro guys. Potentially. You're losing a legendary offensive line coach. That change is going to
he's lost.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's lost.
That
He's
change
gone.
is going to fundamentally like flip how y'all have to actually build your team on that side of the ball, bro. So I'm curious, like, as Eagles fans, what are y'all looking for as far as like, okay, what do we do next? Where do we go next? How do we fix the offensive line? Who do y'all want as offensive line coach? And are y'all not concerned about that at all? I'm just curious. Because Jalen Hurts has had the luxury of being able to sit back there. He's had the most time in the pocket since 2020. No, I'm not even trying to say, like, come on, ignorant. We have you an Eagles fan. You've watched game after game where Hurts back there patting the ball for 8 seconds with all the time in the world, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, man. Listen, if we're going on honesty, we both had the same offensive line, honesty, all right? We both had 2 Hall of Famers on our offensive line, okay? If we're going on honesty.
What you talking about?
All right?
No, Tony Romo had them boys in their prime. Say Dak had dudes that was about to retire soon.
Okay.
I'll say this. We got multiple, again, when you got assets and profits, you can do a lot of things with assets and profits.
Y'all ain't got neither though. Y'all ain't got no cap space for real.
What do you mean?
Well, y'all got
When you
assets. Y'all don't have profits. Y'all ain't got y'all don't have cap space for real.
Cap is a myth.
It is for y'all.
When you got 21 draft picks over the next 2 years, and you want to make your central focus the offensive line. Now you said if.
Good point.
You said how we gonna make our
Excellent
team
point.
better.
Excellent point.
First and foremost, Cam got to get healthy. First and foremost, Landon ain't retiring. When you go through a rigorous season and a long, arduous, cumbersome season like we did, somebody's, and if you played the game of football, and I played football, I played middle linebacker. When you go from a long season, sometimes you're going to reflect and look at your own football immortality. Landon Dickinson is looking at his own football immortality and understanding like, shit, man, 1 or 2 more injuries is going to do it. What I appreciate what Landon is doing is putting it on the radar for us to say, you know what, 21st pick this year, first round, let's go get the best lineman from Indiana. Next pick, let's go get that CB2 from Clemson. The next pick after that in the second round is 62. Let's get that other offensive lineman from Iowa. Let's really go out and get some young pedigree just to make sure that we cover ourselves, because that's what the trenches is built off of in Philadelphia. So that's what you're going to do. When you got draft capital, you can do things. Or you can trade up and trade them away and get another player to come in that's ready to play immediately. I'm not worried about Cam. Cam had back surgery. You ever had back surgery, bro, and then try to block motherfuckers? That shit's hard to do. He going to be healthy. Jordan healthy. Them boys ain't played football in almost 2 months. And they're going to go into this season like knowing like, damn, I got to prove myself all over again, because I don't know what this offensive coordinator and his coaching staff are going to provide. So that's going to create hunger. The greatest thing that you can ever do for a team that's been to a championship, hint, championship in recent years, is relight a fire and give them hunger. Hunger.
Brother,
Remember,
we still got more
Kelsey said it
championships
best.
than y'all. That don't bother me. Them little pots. I told you. We took a break. We took a break from winning. We took a break from winning for 30 years, and y'all still couldn't catch us. So apparently y'all wasn't that damn good at winning either. Steve.
30
So
years.
we took a break, man. It took y'all 50 to win the first one. We got 20 more years before we got y'all draft.
I mean, if we want to be honest, since it didn't happen, and we was cheated out of one. I mean, we want to be honest.
But it still took 50 years to officially win y'all first one, bro. So, I mean,
we was cheated out of one.
Look, you can go back and talk about all what the Cowboys
see,
did.
you addicted to talk about. We talk about the Eagles. You was doing good. You was talking about Cam and his back surgery. I was about to ask about his back surgery. I was about to say, ain't nobody concerned about the back surgery.
Well, no, because he tried to play through it last season. And like I said before, everyone, when you win a championship, there's a heightened sense of, okay, we got to come back and do this again. But when you go into the season, there's an old trite and banal cliche they always say. If you go into the season hurt, you're going to more than likely end the season hurt. So we had at least 3 players going into the season hurt. Saquon Barkley on the cover of Madden doing 1,900 commercials. Jalen Hurts fucking talking about Truth Hurts doing shoes and shit. Those are all the perks that come along with winning a championship. But when you aren't privy to winning all the time, and I'll say this about us, the one thing about Philadelphia that I get bewildered by and I get vexed by is that we don't know how to handle winning. When we win, the next year after we beat the Patriots in 2017, the next year it was turmoil. And then when we went to Chiefs, when we played the Chiefs the first time, we came back, turmoil. And then we lost again. And then this past year we won, and then we came back and it's turmoil. It's like when we win, it's like the whole damn thing gets convoluted. And I don't understand it, because when you're consistent in winning and you know how to win, you should be used to the perks of it.
We ain't going to be consistent. So,
yeah.
Just like after this season, it'll be a real good season for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Next season after that, Clint gonna be like, y'all down, boo-boo, y'all boo-boo. And I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, we are.
Yeah. How do we know for sure that next season is just gonna be this miraculous
Thank
season?
you, Quest. I was waiting for somebody to be realistic, bro.
Quest, I got your answer here. From this is
Ray,
the only thing I do like about Nick Sirianni. When everything is going against him, that is the only time everything shows up the right way. When you don't think he has a chance, and when he's not out there talking about flowers and fucking bunnies, and he just cut his fucking hair, that's a whole different guy.
Because I'll say so with the offensive line situation, right? The surprising part of it to me is the Landon Dickerson aspect, because he's so young. But we've known now, at least for the past 2 seasons, that Lane Johnson's career is coming to an end. Right. So for him to say, hey, I'm contemplating retirement, especially after you get rid of his guy, Jeff Stoutland, okay, it's not surprising that he's now thinking about hanging it up this season.
Babe, but that's going to happen regardless, family. I mean, at the end, change is going to always happen.
Right, but you could have gave yourself more time with it. You could have bought yourself some more time.
I'm with you, but when you're doing
QB1,
when you're installing the Shanahan scheme, and when you're installing the Sean McVay scheme, because you know what, the NFL is a copycat league, and right now those particular coaches and their coaching styles and the Ben Johnsons of the world, that is what's in. what I was so happy about, what we really be talking about, as I understand losing Jeff Stoutland. But what I'm happy that we didn't lose is that we didn't lose Vic Fangio. Because that is the one thing, because our defense is going to have to still do what we got to do until this offense kicks in. And it will kick in. I'm not thinking it's going to be the first week or the second week or the third week.
It's going to take
but
5
by
weeks.
week 7.
In September, Clint will be
week
back
8.
on here. Y'all still boo-boo kidding.
Yeah, so you ain't lying.
That's why we talk about teams having windows to win, right?
Yeah.
So if we have Vic Fangio, this great defensive coordinator with this young defense, and he got them boys balling right now, okay? This year we needed to capitalize on that, and the offense wasn't able to get it going.
Right.
So now you're going into this next season. You're talking about losing potentially 2 offensive linemen that were key pieces to your championship run before. A receiver who's disgruntled seems like he has no interest in being a Philadelphia Eagle anymore. There's a lot already early. The Super Bowl ain't even been played yet, and we got all of this shit going on with the team before we get to draft day.
Welcome to America's team, baby. That's why we America's team.
Excuse me.
Whoa. We had to mute him off of that one. Whoa.
Can I get
Whoa. He had to catch the time now. Hold on. I had to hit him with the Undertaker gong. Hold up.
Can I get the big screen? Can I get the big screen?
No. We forever.
I'm gonna say this. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about Jeff Stallion, right? All right. Now I've been an Eagles fan for a long time, and losing a coach sometimes can hurt you. And I'm hoping that us losing Jeff Stallion is not as devastating as it was when we lost Jim Johnson, years ago. That was devastating, and it took us a while to come back from that. All right. It wasn't until Jim Schwartz came around and we got better. So that's what I'm going to say. Hopefully we can replace things. And I'm going to say another thing. With this new offensive coordinator and all this new stuff he's bringing, and y'all know how much I don't like Green Bay, but one thing that we do get good from them is coaches. So I'm going to ride this out. Hopefully we don't turn into trying to be somebody else and we end up drafting J.J. Arcega-Whiteside over A.J. Brown. All right? That's all I'm going to say out there. I'm going to make that be clear.
I will say the one good thing that has been going on so far for the team, it does truly seem like they're going to be giving Sean Mannion complete control of the offense because they're letting him bring in his guys, people that he's worked with before. Offensive lineman coach, he comes from Green Bay as well. So there's some good things going on with that.
Okay.
So overall temperature check, you know what I'm saying? This is a great show so far, by the way, as a Cowboys fan, objectively speaking. Y'all doing a great job, fellas.
Until that
America's team comment. I had to put my boy DeMarcus.
Hey, y'all have to realize it. Y'all sat back and y'all thought about it for this Super Bowl week. The team to talk about the Super Bowl week was us.
Nigga, where? I haven't seen that at all. All I've seen is CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Micah Parsons talking about us. That's all I've been seeing all week.
AJ Brown, Landon Dickerson.
And what was AJ Brown talking about? The Cowboys.
He a Packer now. That don't
count. He's talking about the Cowboys.
On the Cowboys show.
Hey, he told us. Your algorithm is just biased. They even talking. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. They had a whole topic talking about the Cowboys Super Bowl window yesterday. What you talking about, bro?
Oh yeah, that was on First Take. I seen that.
What you talking about?
You don't have no Super Bowl window.
That bitch wide open. Y'all's is
you
closed.
Don't have one.
Y'all closed.
You better hope ours is
y'all gonna be there shadow boxing with the Commanders and the Giants. Y'all's is closed, bro.
We come back on
and the
here
Giants gonna leapfrog your ass this season. The Giants gonna be better than y'all this year.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say about this. And again, I appreciate you guys, man. I can filibuster a lot. You know what I'm saying? That America's team thing, I'm gonna always stand by that because when you say drama and everything else that go along with winning, the key word is winning.
Oh my God!
That makes you America's team.
Man, you're not America's team, bro. You can't just sit there and be like, we only look at the past 5 years, and that's the only thing that matters as far as winning. Nigga, we got 5 trophies. Talk to us when you catch up, cuz. Talk to us when you catch up. Put it up there, Ray.
Put the damn cup down, Ray.
Put it up there, Ray.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
What was your SAT score, my guy?
Yeah, because that motherfucker was sky high.
685. It was 685. It was 685. I mean, I had to take the ACT, and I made a 17 on that to go to college. So that's what it was.
Okay. That
But
man,
now,
and he had Webster
I'll say
sitting right next to him.
I'll say this. I'll say this, and that when we look at it, and this is just for the Eagles. And
I'm a
for our
clickbait.
core.
I'm using that as clickbait. I'm like, Eagles fan claims Eagles are America's team.
Please do. Please do.
We are.
We are America's team. But what I will say this with Dennis, and my man, what's your name, my brother? Because I want to get your name right, Big Cat.
Who, me?
No, right here. My man right here at the top.
Oh, Ray?
I'm just
Oh, Quez?
Quez.
Quez.
I want to say this for us Eagles fans, right? We got to understand something that I know that sometimes change is uncomfortable. But I'm going to leave it at this. Sometimes the most difficult, arduous, cumbersome roads lead to a beautiful destination. I'll say that again. This right now, it's going to
Nigga, you act like Stephen A. Smith with all these big ass words.
I know, we need a dinger.
Yeah,
Every
nigga.
time we hit one of them words. Hit a ding every time we hit one of them words.
I'm like Stephen A. Smith, man. I ain't trying to hear all that.
But what I've, but it's but oh my God. Oh God.
Well, we
Hey,
can't lose one.
regardless, we gonna get trolled by the Cowboy fans, whatever, because envy and jealousy is the highest form of it.
Man,
But I
y'all
do
are
believe-
little brothers. Ain't nobody jealous of y'all. We all are little brothers. We giving y'all
Absolutely.
noogies on the head right now. We're like, you think you are.
But I believe this. I believe this in my core and my soul as an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan since I was 19. I'm 45 years young. I came along when McNabb was there.
Oh, so you a bandwagon.
No.
You wasn't even there. You wasn't.
No. But I will say this, that I do believe that, again, removing Nick Sirianni from having any influence on this offense, because we've seen how archaic it can be. Dennis, I know you are a big advocate for Nick Sirianni, but we have to look at it objectively, that Nick Sirianni does not provide anything that we need that is going to move forward, because every time that Nick Sirianni has been in control of it, and he's the smartest person in the room, we've crash dived. That's evidence. You got to see people perspicaciously for what and who they really are, not what we want them to be. And I do believe now that Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie said, you know what, Nick, we like you because you do what we tell you to do. But we got to go out and give this offense to some other people that are younger, with more aviation, more youth, to see the game from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. We got that aspect down. We're going to be solid on defense. We're going to go 14-3, get the number 1 seed, play whoever it is in the NFC Championship game next year. Because you know what we call ourselves now? We the Philadelphia landlords. And come September 1st of next year, rent due. And we collecting back our property from whoever win it tomorrow. We're going to collect it back. That you can believe. That you can believe. So we got to keep the faith, baby. Faith is the substance of all things hoped for, but yet the evidence of all things not seen. We going to do this thing, guys. Believe me when I tell you this, baby.
I can't take it.
I know it's different. I know you're like, man, what the fuck, bro? It's nebulous. It's cloudy. You're like, what we got here? But, bro, we got a lot of good things. We got a lot of talent.
Quez ain't buying it. You got an Eagles fan over here. You trying to keep y'all Eagles hopes up, but you got one Eagles fan that is not buying it.
The reason why I'm saying things like that, we got, like you said, we got 21 draft picks, man.
21.
I understand
last year in the draft, when I seen Howie Roseman kept
21
pushing
draft
back,
picks, all of that is nice, right? But we got a defense that's playing at an elite level now, like right now.
Yeah.
This is our window to win championships. The 21 draft picks and all that shit. That you're talking about a rebuild. That's what all of that is for.
But was Cooper DeJean a rebuild? Was Quinyon a rebuild? Was Jahad Campbell a rebuild? Was Jalen Carter a rebuild? Was Jordan Davis a rebuild? Nolan Smith? No, they're all pertinent and germane parts of what we're going to do. So you got to trust it. Like you said, Howie's not drafting fucking Jalen Rieger. And before Jeff Stoutland was the offensive lineman, who was the offensive line coach? Louis Castillo, and he was beloved by everybody, wasn't he? And then we got rid of him, then Jeff Stoutland came. Those things happen. But Howie Roseman, he had an epiphany. He was like, you know what? I'm going to draft the best players on the board. And when you got the foundation of a Jalen Hurts, an A.J. Brown, a Devontae Smith, a Saquon Barkley, a fucking Jalen Carter, the best defensive tackle since Aaron Donald, or Jordan Davis that's emerging. Quinyanamo Bay. What are you talking about? The only person that I want back.
Did you just say the best defensive tackle since Aaron Donald?
That's what he said.
Jalen Carter.
Like Chris Jones don't exist?
Chris Jones last year, baby.
I don't think
Quentin Williams.
The
Quentin
last
Williams?
season,
Right now.
I think
Right now.
was the
The
best.
man had 2 bum shoulders and was still throwing.
Jeffrey
men around like they was little
Simmons.
bitches. What you talking about?
Jeffrey
Chris
Simmons, yes, I agree with
Jones.
Jalen
that.
Carter better than Simmons. He better than
Oh,
Simmons.
y'all
Jalen
No, he's not better than
dirty.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Jalen Carter is
Quentin
the best
Williams.
tackle in the league.
Quentin,
And we
Big Q.
Quinyon,
I bet you would say Big Q, huh? But saying that shit last year, yeah, you know something. Are you
Cooper,
boo-boo
we got
kitty?
Cooper
You
the
boo-boo
Gene.
kitty.
Cooper the Gene. We
Christian
gonna be
Parker.
fine, baby. We gonna be
Paging
fine.
Christian Parker
So
to the
man,
Cowboys.
Another thing you have to think
Christian
about
Parker to the
with Nick
Cowboys.
Sirianni being the head coach of this team, right? Every team goes through that point in the season where you hit adversity, right? So what happens when him being the culture guy overcompensates and does something like, I'm gonna take over offensive play calling?
Mm-hmm.
Because
He hasn't done it. He hasn't
just-
done a good job with play
He
calling.
just did it to
last
Jeff
season-
Stoutland.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
doesn't do a
Just
good
did it-
job at play calling.
He just did it to Jeff Stoutland.
He did it with Jeff Stoutland. He
Offense.
took over the
Good
run play calling from Stoutland, and it nosedived. You
Well,
talk about him
He's not-
nosedive.
but remember
So he
the first year.
overcompensated, and then we
Remember the first year
nosedived.
we got him. Remember the first year he came. He was calling plays.
Did
He
he
wasn't doing a
get
good job. Then he gave it to Shane Steichen
Steichen.
halfway through the
Yeah.
year.
Outside of that 1 year, everything else has been a nosedive when he's had to take over.
Howie Roseman has still bestowed upon him. that
Be
he
honest
had
with you, the
faith.
best thing we got from Nick Sirianni, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all,
What's that?
is the tush push.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
best thing we got from Nick Sirianni. And I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna lie to you. That's the best thing we got from him. Tush push.
Okay. I'm
I
not
will
going to
too.
diminish Nick Sirianni in that aspect and say that he doesn't have something. He is.
No,
a
he can.
galvanizing.
I believe he can lead men. He coaches. He talks to the players. He gets them where they need to be. He gets them coached up. I believe that.
I'll
If
give him
you
that.
telling me about position,
I don't want him calling plays. That's it.
Dennis, let me ask you a question. If let me ask you a question. If Nick Sirianni was in this coaching circle right now, if he was fired right now, and this is how you can really understand what's going on. If Nick Sirianni was let go today, when everyone got hired and all these 9 positions was available, do you believe in your core and your heart that Nick Sirianni would have got one of them jobs?
yeah, I think he probably would have went to the Browns.
Do you think he would have got a job?
With the Browns.
I don't. Because at the end, when you look at it, Howie Roseman has built him a roster that is competitive with everybody. Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie went out and got players and paid players ahead of time to keep us pertinent and germane to stand on point with the salary cap. Nick Sirianni, to me,
hold on, DeMarcus, but you want Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin is a true leader. Mike Tomlin is not going to do one thing. He's not going to be talking shit to the Eagles fans because the Eagles fans is talking back to him. Mike Tomlin is touted and respected. When he
I
walks
get
into
what
the
you're
room,
saying, but if we going by just what you said about Howie Roseman built him up a nice roster,
right?
Mike Tomlin ain't won a damn thing without Bill Cowher's team.
Michael, no.
That's Bill Cowher's team he won a championship with.
Nah, the AB and the Le'Veon Bell was a whole different ballgame from Bill Cowher.
They ain't win nothing. They ain't win
Yeah,
nothing.
they didn't win anything.
They ain't win nothing.
Okay, fair enough.
They
Listen,
ain't
I'm
win
not,
nothing. One
I'm
thing
not
you say about
refuting-
Nick Sirianni, he won.
okay, Dennis, I'm not saying that
he
Nick
has
Sirianni is not winning. I'm not
He
saying
has
that he's not winning.
He's
I'm
like
just saying
a
that he don't have no specialized trait in today's league.
No.
When you put him, if he's the smartest person in your offensive room,
I ain't never seen
based on
one.
what we've seen, what has happened? That's what I'm saying to you is that when Nick Sirianni
Failure.
when he's the smartest
Failure.
one in the room, when he's the smartest one, not Shane Steichen, not Kellen Moore, when you had Brian Johnson and that god-awful, just egregious Kevin Patullo, what has happened?
Brian
every
Johnson wasn't
single
that bad
time.
to me, but I'm gonna let y'all go with that.
I would have
So-
rather had Brian Johnson than Kevin Patullo this year.
Yeah, Kevin Patullo,
Hell
right?
yeah.
If we had Brian Johnson, we may have been talking about it in the dance right now.
Bro, if we would have had an offense that was at least top 11 in the league, we'd be playing in the Super Bowl tomorrow.
All right.
So the worst that can happen this upcoming season, what you said, Quez, is that we got an elite defense. If you can give us a top top 12 offense with their top 3 defense, we in the Super Bowl this upcoming year. Easy money.
And that's all I want. That's all I want. I hope everything you saying, it comes to fruition because, like I said, right now it's
looks like a mustard seed for real, DeMarcus. For real.
Baby, at the end, our problem with Eagles fans is that we're always, it's always, we got to get away from this complaining about it. Like, how grateful have we been? Like, teams will give anything to have what we've had the last couple years. Those 2 Cowboy fans that left, they would give anything to have what we have.
Yes,
Jealousy and envy is the truth, babe. Because at the end, we've been the most consistent. There's been 3 consistent teams in the last decade. In the last, let's just say this last 5 years. 3 consistent teams. It's been us, the Chiefs, and it's been really us and the Chiefs and the Rams have been the most consistent teams of this decade.
The 49ers.
Consistency. And the 49ers.
In the Niners, yeah.
And the Niners. So when you look at it like that, and we're saying, okay, we're upset because we don't see this and don't see that and don't see this. Howie Roseman gave us what we wanted. We needed change. We got change, but we're upset because Jeff Stoutland gone. Landon Dixon said he might retire. We got to trust the process. I did a video on my Instagram. I call Howie Roseman Howie Dr. Strange because he got to see the end and the beginning, bro. Howie Roseman will no longer trust Nick Sirianni with the keys to our fucking Ferrari anymore. And I'm glad he's not going to do that because we can't trust him with that. Right. He can be the CEO, the hierarchy, but he cannot be the smartest person in the room. And as long as Nick Sirianni stays the hell out the way and he ain't doing that shit with him and Kevin Patullo on the sideline, baby, big doggies, we going back to the dance and we going to win our third. And we're going to win our third very, very soon.
Very soon. Hey, you asked for the Eagles show. I brought you the show.
I've ever met in my life.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Let me let y'all know something real soon, all right? And like the mother said, thank y'all for tuning into America's Team Show.
Yeah! Mute him. Go ahead, mute him. That's it. That's a wrap. Hey, I'm gonna wrap this up on forum. That's it on the Attack on Sports Network. The first and last time you will see me on the Eagles platform, so I can't do it.